Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, I am famous for shooting straight with you, taking controversial positions if need be, giving it to you straight, being transparent. And, you know, I want to go ahead and out somebody who is out there always claiming to be Mr. Patriot, Mr. Liberty, Mr. Christian. His name is Lee Watts. Now, let me just tell you a little bit of the backstory. When I started running for governor, I started feeling my way through the current political factions, who's who. And it wasn't long before I found out that these were the factions in the Republican Party. My group of people, the Trump people, period. We're for Trump. We're not weird, crazy people. We just are for Trump. Then you got the McConnell establishment, okay? Then you have the Liberty people. And there's two groups of Liberty people. You have people who truly are Tea Party, Liberty. They truly believe this. They're true to that cause. They're great people. Then you have a group in that group, and you know who they are. That only if they are in control, only if it's their person, is it kosher. And that group, I cannot stand. I can't stand that group as much as I can't stand the Republican establishment. Now, let me explain to you why, and I'm going to give you an anecdote to prove it, okay? Couple stories. I went down to the Bullitt County Lincoln Day dinner last spring. I met Congressman Guthrie at the Butler County Republican Lincoln Day dinner, then the Bullitt County, and then I met Lee Watts at the Bullitt County event. And I said, Lee, it's my understanding that you are a freedom-loving, anti-establishment guy, blah, blah, blah. I support you. I announced my support for Lee Watts against Guthrie, the establishment guy. Big spending Guthrie. Guthrie trounced Watts for Congress. Trounced him. I didn't care. I supported the guy. Then you have this group, Savannah Maddox, and she's dropped out. But I want you to know that I began a Savannah Maddox supporter. We went to a Savannah Maddox event in Beans with Massey to cover it and report on it. And at that event, Maddox would not look at us, talk to us. I mean, it was like, what is wrong? And then there were some other insults that came from there. That began the whole Maddox thing. It wasn't me. And in fact, I will go ahead and tell you, had Maddox not done that, drum roll, I might have supported her. That's how bad she messed up doing that. So here's what I soon learned. There's a group of these Liberty people that it's not about America, and it's not about God, and it's not about the cause. It's about them. Okay? I even endorsed Savannah Maddox for state rep while she was running for governor. I clearly didn't want the person she was running against. So what does this prove to you? What it proves to you is what I'm trying to say to you is this. I'm about the cause. I'm about the anti-Mitch McConnell, pro-Trump, anti-establishment, career politician cause. And I don't get why these people would have any issue with me. Now, the true blue Liberty folks who aren't caught up in all that do. I got all kinds of Boone County Liberty folks that are for me. But there's a group out there that are like, they're never Trumpers, they're never Deters, and it cracks me up. And you know where some of them are going? After expressing years and years and years of their animosity, their disgust with Mitch McConnell, they want to support who everybody knows is the McConnell candidate, Daniel Cameron. So here's what happened over the weekend. I go down to Breckenridge. And by the way, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I like the Breckenridge County. I like your people. I have any issue with your party. They start out, the chairman starts out bashing Republican establishment folks. I'm like, well, I like this guy. Who's moderating this forum? Lee Watts. In the middle of the forum, rather than cater to the governor candidates who are there to do it, we have to listen to a 15-minute self-serving speech by Lee Watts, who has a table set up selling his Christian American stuff and everything else. One of these candidates, who only has 200 followers on Facebook, his name is Jacob Clark, okay? This jackwagon showed up at the Fort Mitchell Optimist Club and asked me the question about the infamous Hillary check, which I've explained over and over and over again for my daughter to get a picture with Hillary. At this forum, he brings it up again. I asked for rebuttal. I shut him down. I should have just ignored it. If I go back in time, I ignored it. While I'm leaving, the guy is saying, oh, he's tucked his tail between his. Imagine this guy saying he tucked his tail between his. I had to get to Marshall County. You know, this guy has no supporters, has no chance of winning. It's a joke. And by the way, he then posts that I called him a broke loser. That's not true at all. I simply said the guy can't win. He's got no money, no following. He can't win. Do you know who recruited? Do you know who recruited him into the race? Lee Watts. Lee Watts. And I've seen Lee Watts post a dig at me relative to that so-called Hillary check. Now remember this. The check I gave to Hillary Clinton was when she was running against Obama, and I supported Mitch McCain. Okay? I did not support Hillary. I gave a check solely so my daughter could get a picture taken with her. And I was with my daughter, so I got my picture with her. I think it's funny. It's out there in the hallway. Now just think about that. Think about all that I'm saying, all that I'm doing, all the fight, all I bring to the table, my position on the issues, my background. You know, clearly the best candidate to beat Andy Bashir. You got these nimrods doing that stuff. And it's worse. I heard over the weekend more BS that came out of their mouths, which I won't repeat. But it's truly amazing. They have no credibility because it's not about, see, when Maddox dropped out, now just think about that. The leaders of this group, Maddox, what did I say? I called it. I said, she won't make it. She drops out after taking your money, after getting your support. She drops out. And I've left her alone since she dropped out. But think about it. These same people told you to get behind Maddox, and she drops out. Now, the true blue liberty people, and I've heard from enough of them, they said, hey, since Maddox is gone, I'm for you. Why? Because I'm the natural fit with that group, but not their leadership. The Northern Kentucky Tea Party, Jan Skovdahl. You know, they wouldn't let me speak at the Tea Party. Invited me there, then they weren't going to let me speak. Then after I left, they said, oh, we were going to let you speak. Now I'm not allowed to speak there ever again because I bashed them. But the Tea Party leadership, Jan Skovdahl and company, the Liberty, Lee Watts gang, I'm calling them out on it. I'm calling them out on it. There's something else I could say about Lee Watts, but I won't. I might save it for another day. But it's something that somebody pointed out to me that I thought to myself, yeah, that's a good point. But I'll leave that alone for now. So ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, if you love Trump, if you hate McConnell, if you love your country, if you hate the establishment. Oh, by the way, I forgot something that I forgot to mention. I can't believe I almost forgot this. Folks, do you know Lee Watts is a preacher? Do you know Jacob Clark claims to be a preacher? Is there not anything more just creepy and weird and wrong than people who profess to be the freaking Christian soldiers of God in Jesus Christ's name, who are mean and disgusting and backstabbing, and they are the most I have found these people to be the most un-Christian people ever. Lee Watts, Jacob Clark, big Christian phonies. Because if they were Christian, they wouldn't say and do the stuff that they do. They don't. I'm bashing them, not bashing you. I'm a Christian. Christians are flocking to me. I'm all about God, Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and capitalism. Really? I'm pro-life. Andy Bashir, really? Deters, Bashir? Not even close, is it? But I'm telling you right now, I just can't stand the phonies. In typical Eric Deters fashion, I call him out on it. I need to tell you all this because some of you that like Lee Watts, you need to know what's going on with him and me. There is like zero reason Lee Watts shouldn't be for me, but he's not. He brings in a guy to throw stones at me that has no chance of winning. Does that really help the cause? Really? Because I'm telling you right now, and the word is spreading across the state, I am the guy. There's no other candidate that can beat Andy Bashir besides me. No, they will not beat Bashir. I can run down the reason why. Cameron, that Breonna Taylor thing, hanging around his neck. And he's soft and he's weak. Ryan Qualls, my God, I saw him speak at Hopkins County. Oh, my God, he's so weak. I mean, he is so weak. So weak. Kelly Craft, are you kidding me? The wife of a billionaire going to connect with Kentuckians? No way. No way. No way. Those are the so-called three front runners. I'm closing the gap, baby, and I'm going to win. I'm just telling you. I'm it. Why? Because of my positions, my policies, my background, and my fight. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.